Hey everyone, I'm Eric. This is my wife, Julie. And tonight we have a special feature for you, which is our second featured blended family. Ooh, that's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
And they are the Trytsman from a special place in the world that I couldn't guess.
Yeah. It's interesting to listen to them and try to figure out where they're from, but super rad. And you guys are going to find out at the end of the video where the Trytsman family lives. But when they wrote in to be featured, what stood out to me were a few things. They came into this blended family of theirs with, he had 2 boys, she had 1 boy.
Right.
And then they recently, back in June of 2019, had a baby girl.
Yay.
So yay for girl power in that house. So that was interesting because that's something we don't deal with in our blended family and
Right.
ours child. And then the other thing that really stood out and why I wanted to feature them specifically is because they co-parent with the bio mom, his ex, very well. I mean, she comes over and breaks bread with them. They work together and go to church together. And I just thought that would be a really encouraging dynamic to introduce to us all because it does work. It does happen. And this family is living proof of that. So anyway, let's get to it. We asked them, first thing is how they met.
Okay, question number 1. How did you and your husband meet?
Well, it was about 12 years ago. My niece used to do vocal lessons with Barry. And Barry used to, what?
I don't remember that.
You used to hold and host performances for all your students.
I know that. I don't remember meeting you.
I went up to you.
I'm sorry.
You still sang with Leanna Lewis song.
I remember that. I don't remember you. I'm sorry. I remember meeting him 6 years ago when I started working at the same music school as him.
I even gave you like a t-shirt with my face on it.
No, you didn't. Don't lie. No, okay. I'm gonna move on. Clearly, this is a touchy subject.
So what I like about these two is that they actually are kind of a lot like us. Like, we both always have a different story for the same thing, which is kind of silly.
It's a true story.
Yeah, but I want to see the t-shirt with his face on it.
Yeah, that's wild. Does she still have it?
No, I think it was made up. Like, it was a joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't think it exists?
No, I think he's silly like me. Like, it's how you break the ice when awkwardness or your wife's just mad at you because you have a completely different story.
Yeah. Well, and like, do you remember our first kiss?
Yes.
I don't.
Your mom was there, and
A lot of firsts. I think when you start having a lot of past, you forget.
yeah.
Anyway, we feel you guys.
Yeah. So,
Second question.
Second question.
We asked them, how did they know or when did they know it was time to get married? And did the kids know it was coming?
Yeah.
When and how did you decide it was time to marry? Did the kids know it was coming? Did they know it was coming?
Well, we spoke about it with the kids, yes. The kids definitely knew we were going to get married. We didn't want to, I mean, the divorce was tricky for them. They didn't know what to make of it. It took their toll on them. They're adapting very well now, though, so that's great. But we decided, both myself and Barry and the birth mother, to include them in the process of us getting married, so that it wasn't a new situation that just kind of fell into their laps and then they had to adapt again.
Yeah, we sat down with them and with the birth mother, and actually she was the one that said to them, so you're going to be getting another mom. So that was pretty cool.
And it does help that they absolutely love Barry. It did help.
But we decided to do it because, you know, we love each other, and there wasn't any point in waiting. It gives the kids stability.
Yes, well,
So-
love kind of has to be there.
Yes.
So I love that they acknowledge that divorce is tricky for kids. And that was the first thing really that they spoke of, because I think that we jump into something new so excited and we're just going to go for it. And but people sometimes aren't sensitive that the kids are going to have a reaction to it or still not possibly healed from the divorce prior. So I think it's so cool that they first and foremost mentioned that. Also, can we talk about that the bio mom was there?
That was my thought on it too, that she was there to kind of help the process along. But that she's just so involved. She's not inserted to where, as far as I can tell, that she's not like there helping running the household, but she is involved enough to help the kids through the entire process. And I think that's a really just special thing for any blended family.
Blessing for the kids and a blessing for this marriage. I think kids would relax a lot more and trust a lot more if they knew that they had the blessing and support of the other bio parent.
Right.
And the fact that the bio mom said that they were going to be getting another mom, it kind of chokes me up. Like, that's really sweet. And I feel like unusual, but maybe we all learn a lesson from that.
Yeah. But then you add another or an hour's baby into the situation. Mm-hmm. And that was the next question we asked. How did that affect the kids that were already in the household, and how did that change their blended family dynamic? Did it change, and how'd that all work out for them?
Yeah, and were there challenges with that?
Yeah.
Has having a child together shifted your blended family dynamic? How did the kids respond? Were there any challenges?
Guys, look here. Auntie Berry's gonna have a baby.
You're gonna have another brother or sister. It's a baby.
Dean?
It's a baby.
You can have a brother or sister, boys.
What? What the heck? I want a brother.
What do you want?
Sister.
What do you want?
I want a sister.
A sister.
It's a sister.
Daddy, you're outnumbered.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
You don't understand. Okay, now you guys have to do something quickly. You need to take your tinky and take a big bite, as big as you can. Quickly, quickly, everyone. What color is it inside? Can you hold it into the middle quickly?
Ruben,
Pink.
you're right.
What color is it?
Pink.
Let me see. Show them to me. All of you. 1, 2, 3. And now smile. With your mouth full of food, show me the tinky, Dean. 1, 2, 3. Now guess what?
What is pink?
What does pink mean?
Is it a boy or girl?
Girl.
Guys are getting a sister.
You guys are getting a little sister.
We were right. Yes. Let's do it. Come on, let's see something. Come on, let's see something.
Well, since the birth of little Rachel, the boys kind of have more of a sense of purpose now. Before they didn't know if they were brothers, if they weren't brothers.
It's confusing. They look
they're still young, and it's confusing, and divorce is tricky on kids. But since Rachel came around, they kind of just joined together, and now they are all brothers.
They're big brothers now, all of them.
Yeah, they feel like there is no divide, there is no confusion. There are days where it is tricky, but Rachel, with Rachel being here, they've kind of just flourished. Yeah,
It's
great.
tricky because we've got 4 kids running around.
4 kids. Yes.
But they really love their little sister, and it actually hasn't been challenging in the sense of actual challenges. It's just challenging because you're tired and you don't sleep. So that's
nice and easy.
Okay, so this by far is my most favorite question because it is an untapped, unknown reality of ours. And so I love this answer. How cool that this baby, Rachel, has brought the boys together and they found a purpose and they've united and the confusion's kind of dropped away because they're all this little girl's big brother, and I think that is so beautiful.
Yeah, their sister.
That's neat.
It's now their sister. It's something that they no matter what, share in common, because there's a lot of confusion, especially for little kids of, is this really my mom or is this really my dad? But like,
is this really my home when I live in two?
Yeah, but this is really their sister. And, now they are all big brother. And I think that, like they said, it just kind of gave them all a purpose. And I think that's really neat.
That's really, really cute. I love it. And it's an unexpected answer.
Yeah.
Were you expecting that?
No, it's a lot deeper for obviously spoken for little kids, but I think it's a lot deeper answer than just the superficial, like, they like being big brothers.
Yeah,
like,
I did
really
not
neat.
expect that at all. It was that's really encouraging.
Yeah.
So then we asked them to further explain their relationship with the bio mom.
The BM.
The BM.
That could be so many things.
It's kind of funny that is the, I guess it's the only acronym.
I know. I feel like my grandma used to use that term, the BM. I have
bowel
to go
movement.
make a BM.
Yeah. Well, I would say a lot of stepmoms would
BM all over it.
BM. They kind of go. Anyway, we're getting lost in it. But anyway, so we asked them to explain their relationship with the biological mother of his boys, and was it at all tough to embrace that relationship that they have now?
Tell us about your relationship with the BM.
The birth mother.
Tell us.
Get the lingo. It's so cute, Shane.
This was a surprise. Tell us about the relationship with the birth mother. How did that come to be friendly? What were the challenges of embracing that relationship, if any?
Challenges.
Well, there are definitely challenges.
There's challenges because we're human and we all have different opinions. But at the end of the day, it comes down to prayer. Wouldn't you say?
Prayer is the secret sauce.
Yeah.
Yes, it keeps everything together. It helps you make right decisions. Spending time with God opens up doors where there usually wouldn't be doors that are open.
Honestly, we shouldn't have the relationship with her that we have. If you look at other divorced couples, they just don't talk to each other. They say mean things about each other. And you've got kids. You can't do that, because then you're teaching them that that's the right way, and that is not the right way, because that's how they'll interact one day. So without God helping you through it, it does get tricky, almost impossible. But we've got a really good relationship with her. We have coffee, we have dinner, and we make jokes about things that would make other people awkward, just because at the end of the day, you can't stress about the little things. It's in the past. If you're going to hold on to it, it's going to cause more problems. So
yes, when God restores, he restores well.
Yes. So we got a good relationship. It's a blessing.
It is a blessing.
It really is a blessing.
Yes.
I could not love this family anymore. I wish we could all just hang out, but that would take multiple plane rides. I have a feeling. I'm
going to give them a hint before you get into this.
Okay.
The plane ride from the United States, approximately about 36 hours.
Oh, maybe we have to go visit. Can we write that off?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think prayer is such an underutilized tool that we all have. And I love that they go straight to prayer and straight to how God restores relationships and restores your brokenness. And that is the reason why they're able to have a good relationship with the biological mother. And I think that without God, you can't.
Well, and how can you dislike someone that has Mario and Powerpuff Girls and just all the games?
You're in love with her
tattooed.
sleeve.
I know. I have no tattoos, but you're
He
like
might get one now.
side to side. Yeah. But and for no reason. Like, I love them. Both of them are tatted. Like, awesome. So neat.
Yeah, so I just think it's so wonderful that they have this relationship with the biological mom, and that God does open doors, and you have to spend time with him, and also that they said that you have to teach kids the right way. And I think that is a ripple effect that parents, I was just talking about this earlier today actually, parents don't understand that their relationships that they're living out with either in their marriage or co-parenting is a ripple effect that affects the kids when they get older, that informs kids as they get older what their relationships are going to look like out in the world, apart from you and apart from the co-parenting and all that. And so it matters in the fact that these kids are so lucky to have them as parents.
It was kind of an interesting answer too, because it kind of perfectly segued into our next question.
Yeah.
Which, how does prayer and religion play a part in your blended family?
Yeah. How does faith
Yeah.
transcend?
All right, next question. Bless you, baby girl. Gosh. Let me grab the baby quickly. You can stare at the camera awkwardly. Here we go. Did you do your job? You're making everyone feel awkward?
Impossible.
Cool. Alright, so let's ask that again. What role does your faith play in all things blended family life?
It is the biggest role.
Mm-hmm.
Faith is the biggest role. My brother once said something to me that kind of resonated with me, and still resonates with me today, is life with God is difficult. Life without God is impossible. And I stand by that 100%. Without God, what we have and the situations we have, it would be impossible.
Yeah.
It is literally the secret sauce that keeps everything in our lives together.
And thankfully, faith comes from all parties. We're actually in
Yes.
the same church.
They're the same church.
Yeah,
Yes.
with the birth mother. So our values are at least connected, if you put it like that.
Yes.
All right, before we go any further, can I just comment on, talk about a lot about the secret sauce, but what is the secret sauce to having the perfect baby? Like the Michelin arms, like I know
Rachel could not be any cuter. Like, can we hold her?
I just want to squeeze her.
I know. She's precious.
I know. Just the cutest thing ever.
So cute.
So,
Anyway, okay, baby brains over here. I love that. I'm like, I probably am going to steal it for Blended Life. I will quote him, but life with God is difficult. Life without God is impossible.
Right.
That is
Amen.
exactly how I feel about marriage. I'll never forget we were driving in the car and I told you that. I'm like, I know I can't have a marriage if God isn't center, because I've tried and it hasn't worked and I don't know what that looks like, but I think that's it. Like parenting, co-parenting, marriage, blended family.
And how neat is that they go to church with the other parent, you know? So their religion and their faith and their values all kind of align no matter what household the kids are in. And I think that's a really special thing, because at the end of the day, the kids aren't getting pulled in separate directions. So if you can align with the other parent, and maybe you don't always see eye to eye, but if you can align and really just keep it about the kids and about the end goal, they seem so happy, right?
Yeah. And I think it sticks with kids better when it's consistent. I think it makes an impression on kids when everything's, is streamlined, whether it's discipline, whether it's faith, whether it's, values or structure or whatever it is. Like if households can get on the same page, kids will trust it and it'll stick with them their whole lives, and it really, really matters. So I just, again, love this family.
Yeah.
The last question we asked them is, for those who feel like giving up because blended life is hard, what words of encouragement do you have for people in that position? And I could not think of a better family to ask this. So let's find out what they have to say.
For those who are about...
Not about.
Wow.
For those.
And I never learned to read. For those out there who want to give up because blended life is hard, what words of encouragement can you give them? Wow. I don't think we're qualified or experienced enough even to give advice here. But what works for us, not just in this situation, but in every situation we've had to deal with, is lay it before Christ.
Yes.
Christ opens up ways where there is literally no way to get through.
Yeah.
Pray, read the Bible. All the answers are there, because no matter how many people you see, how many support groups you have, it is going to be difficult. But the one thing that has pulled us through every single situation, not just this blended life, which has been a great blessing, Christ pulls us through everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes we leave bloody, there are scars, but we pull it through. We pull through.
Steady. Yeah. At the end of the day, things are hard, life is hard, and you're going to face challenges. But in my experience, if you want something, you're going to work hard for it, and you're not going to give up because it's something you want. You're not going to get it if you're not going to work hard. So just in the same way you need to equip your kids with the word of God so that they can make it through life, you need to remind yourself of that every single day. I cannot do this within my own strength. And if things get hard, take a time out, pray, get on your knees and pray, pull out the Bible, open it up wherever it lands, and read the Bible, because for us that has worked. God on your side, you can get through it.
All right, so this family has literally inspired the next Blended Life shirt whenever we start those. It's going to say, pray, love, rock and roll.
In his face?
No. Here it is. Pray, love, Mitchell and baby. She's the cutest thing ever.
And his face.
Yes.
I kind of feel like we need to have shirts now with his face and pass them out.
Yes, I know. We're going to get your face tattooed, or not tattooed, printed on.
Yeah.
And we're going to send it to her.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be awesome. Anyways. But
I think that this is, just, again, a wonderful reminder and a great life lesson. You know, we are only human. When we are left up to our own devices and our own knowledge and will, like, it just goes to shit.
to put it lightly.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, but when you let go and you let God, I really know in my life that it has calmed me down when I'm feeling anxious, and it gives you a purpose, because humanity is really, really hard.
Yeah.
And
But they're so inspiring. I mean, they really they give it all up to God and just put their faith in Him. And when things get hard, you know, they have remedies for it. You know, open up your Bible, pray. You know, it really is just never give up. You know, always look for the next thing and always trust in Him. And I think that's just awesome.
Well, and they have a plan, which I think a lot of people don't have a plan for when times get hard.
It's very
and to
inspiring.
have a plan is amazing, and it's really convicting to listen to them, you know. So what a blessing. Thanks, you guys, for sharing your lives and your testimony, and for really just putting yourselves out there for everyone. We're really, really grateful.
Yeah, you guys have an absolutely beautiful blended family and just an incredible persona about you, and it's just extremely inspiring. And thank you for being here. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this, subscribe to our channel. We feature a new blended family every month, and we have a podcast that is right now every Thursday Pacific Standard Time in the United States live. And where are they from?
I guess we have to give it up, don't we?
We do.
They're from South Africa.
South Africa.
Cape Cod, South Africa. And we're going to plug their music a little bit.
Yeah.
And support them that way. So
Link
check
below.
that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks, you guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, bye.
If we do this, say bye. Look at the video. Say bye. Ta.